didn't anything, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk, I talk the talk, I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did just happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Davis Mills and the Houston Texans.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mills. Marcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They cut him on back-to-back plays, breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 20 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because, you know, those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. The Cowboys at 11-1 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a handoff to Hunt running left. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all of this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
These two teams, if you look back to 2021, quite a disparity between these two Lone Star State offenses. Last season, the Cowboys #1 in the league in terms of total yardage, and meanwhile the Texans, we know about all the struggles that they had. They came in at number 32, which is dead last.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Prescott on 1st down. He's going to find Gallup here complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers, let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure, and the ball came free.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of afterwards, this is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Prescott to throw it. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Malik McDowell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Here's Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
From 13 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
So it's a touchback.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They run again with Hunt. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills.
Forced, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
DeMarcus Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Malik McDowell. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
To try again after the sack. Prescott, and he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. down. Here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out. Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Hunt. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Mills. Running right through him. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
A 1st down throw for Mills.
Buying time to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mills.
It's complete to Fuller.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Tate. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. This is caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston set to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. And he finds Howard complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, here's Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Dancing to his left. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw. Prescott. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Jets who have the lead with that one getting close to halftime. Elijah Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they are in a tight...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Here's Prescott. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott steps away to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jonathan Grenard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott down.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And the Texans will take over.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At the 31-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
And again, it's Prescott.
Finds Pickens out right.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Ball delivered complete on the crossing route, Gallup. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The part party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mills now. He's got Fuller.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run right side with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
It's a pickup of 6. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Now Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Michel. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here comes the Texans now. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 22. Mills swings this out for Hunt. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, here's Mills. His throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw is Mills.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mills. Another completion here to Hunt. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mills to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing, Mills. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mills again. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Howard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw, Mills. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this. A moment ago, here's Mills again. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills, throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. One last shot from Mills. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Dallas, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Houston, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.